Real quick, Mo, since you're back today, what's your breakdown for the Sixers losing to the Celtics? Did you see it coming? Like what?
Yeah, I did. I lost faith in the game 6.
Nick, we know. Jesus, Nick is such a negative Nancy, bro. I feel so.
Well, I was right, so yeah.
You were right.
You were right about it getting hurt. You were right. You had no positivity going into the playoffs, and it honestly all went your way.
That's every year. It's the same shit.
Stop predicting it.
Not anymore. You don't have Doc, so you're fine.
Actually, I think Doc was working at what bar was that, Gio? Is that Doc looks like a crackhead bartender now.
Crackhead dog, yo. The friend Gio showed us his picture. It looked like cracked out Doc.
It's literally Doc.
It looked like behind a bar. Like, dude, you went downhill in 2 days.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's his second job.
funny.
That's the new job now, serving people. But you know.
All right. So is that what you want to go over first? Game 7?
Game 7. I mean, listen.
Do we have to? I mean, we all saw the game.
Game 6 we choked. Game 7 we didn't show up.
We scored 10 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, they gave up. You ever know James Harden? Like
we scored 10 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, Game 7
was
like
bad.
a 33.
Y'all should have won. Game 6 is where y'all lost the series.
Yeah.
Game
6. As soon as we lost Game 6,
there was no
I think
way
Simmons had
out
more fourth quarter points in games 5, 6, and 7 than James Harden.
Yep, that's why James Harden's going back to the Rockets, and he can stay there because he's
good.
ass.
He better stay there.
Just like
He's got a great watch a lot of ass.
Trade Joel Embiid.
No, wait, guys, wait. Wait.
No, trade Joel Embiid.
No.
Get rid of everybody.
No, wait.
Get rid of everybody.
Wait. Because the money, hold on, because the money can match. Hold on.
Oh, now you want Joel Embiid?
No. Not for me. I'm not talking about Joel. Fuck, he's a free agent this year, isn't he, James Harden?
Yeah.
Well, he's got to opt out.
He has a player option. He's going to opt out.
Or we can tell him to opt in and turn the Rockets, get Jalen Green, have Tyrese Maxey and Jalen Green.
No, hold on. What
if you've had enough? Hold on, you've been thinking.
What if y'all could trade him for Damian Lillard?
Well, Lillard wants to play here.
What if y'all could trade him for Damian Lillard?
That's my favorite player.
I can't say he wanted to play here, but he said he likes the roster.
I would love Damian Lillard.
No wonder every drug was legalized.
We need a front court.
You just need someone fast to keep up with Maxey. Maxey's too quick for the team.
A Maxey and Lillard backcourt? Oh my God. Because Maxey's a star, man. He ain't a superstar yet.
He will be.
Yeah, I say yet. Didn't I say yet? I like Maxey. I think give him like 2 more years of this play, or if he what did he score? What was his points per game this year?
I think it was like 20 and a half, something like that.
If he can get up to like 26, 27 points in the next 2 years, like per game, yeah, he's a superstar.
Shit, bro.
I have a question. Do you think Maxey would be this good if he didn't have dreads?
No,
I feel like his dreads make him look so much cooler.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bro. It's the dreads.
Sure, bro. It's dreadlock power.
It did help him against the Celtics.
You look way cooler with your dreads.
No, Afro.
These are braids.
Oh, braids.
So we're gonna culture you right there, Mike.
Good. All right, yeah, good. Please.
You season your chicken?
No, he Italian. He better. Mom's kicking his ass.
Yeah, you can do it. Right.
Yeah, listen, bro. I'm black and Italian. I eat all the seasonings, bro.
Straight white over here. Straight Irish.
Yeah, y'all eat raw potatoes with no salt, no pepper, no nothing. Y'all just eat the potato right out the ground and shit.
I eat salt packets.
So Nick, what's your rebuild plan now?
Rebuild plan: get rid of everyone. Tyrese Maxey and Paul Reed stay.
Oh my God!
Right?
Shut the fuck up.
No, bro. You trade Joel Embiid, get like 3 first-rounders and like a young player.
Where are you trading Joel? Yo, you're not trading Joel Embiid. You're not trading the MVP.
Well, this is the highest we're gonna get from him. He's gonna be
quiet.
He's 30. No, you interrupted me, man. You be quiet.
You not.
Joel Embiid about to be 30 years old. This is the highest value you're gonna get from him because we already wasted his prime. It's pretty obvious.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. He can't
win.
MVP, so this might be.
Well, he's about to be 30, and big man over 30, and he gets hurt all the time.
He can shoot though.
This is might be the most valuable.
Stop shooting.
This might be the most valuable.
I get that, but what I'm saying is him having that.
Like the most like value you'll ever get for Joel Embiid is right now. He just reigning MVP, right? The most value you'll ever get for him right now is if you have to get him right now, get the most back because he's going to decline after this. I think.
But what I'm saying is, are y'all ready to be a lottery team for the next 5 years again?
Shit, bro.
Nick's been saying that for us.
Bro, we lose the second round like 6 years in a row. Like what the fuck are we gonna do? Lose the second round again for 7 years? No, fuck that.
Get that, but y'all could.
Nah, it's over. The process didn't work.
If we do what Nick said and trade Embiid, we can instead of rebuild, we can reload because instead of just getting draft capital. I mean, I don't trust Brand drafting shit. Okafor, Fultz, Ben Simmons. I don't want him drafting. I want him to trade Embiid for players that we can win with now.
But who are you trading Embiid for that is going to make y'all good right now?
He didn't draft Okafor.
Who did?
It was Jerry Colangelo.
But that's
He's gone, right?
Yeah.
All right.
No, but Mike, that's a real question. Who are you trading? Who
Mike just has beef with him, Brandon.
Who are you?
Just like PJ Tucker.
Who are you trading Joel for? Where you're going to be right back in contention right now? Well, who are you trading for?
Right, so,
and then who are you going with him? Are you trading Joel and letting Harden go, and then building a whole nucleus? All right, so who are you getting?
All right, so in my.
Because really, for real, to do that, you're gonna have to sign at least one free agent, and that means you're gonna have to get rid of Tobias Harris because that's a big ass
Tobias'
contract.
contract's up. We're gonna let you.
I think he's a free agent as well.
I don't want to resign.
Is he a free agent? Double that.
No, I like resigning him.
Contract.
Bro, he had 2 points in 42 minutes in Game 6. You want that?
He outscored everybody on our team in Game 7.
Right.
So you want to be
in a losing battle?
Joel Embiid, James Harden can't win alone. Let Tyrese Maxey twice.
No, see, that was completely taken out of context. So I hate how people they try making it seem like
they try to make
they were asking him about next season, and then he said, "Well,
But James Harden already leaving.
but that question was not about this.
It wasn't about the playoff run. Yeah, I don't like how the media did that because I had to go back. I had to go back and watch the whole interview, like uncut and shit. And they were talking. They were asking him about next season. What can y'all do next season to be better? And all he was saying was that like. He should have started the quote with for next season, but he just went right into answering it, and they were able to run with that. With him just saying, "Oh, we ain't had no help."
Propaganda.
I'm not talking about that. He basically he should have came out, but I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about us next season. If you watch the whole interview, but ain't no point for him to do that. The real people know if they really watch the interview.
Tobias Harris has 1 year left. Next year is his last.
Y'all need to trade that nigga.
Okay.
Y'all gonna have to trade him.
$39.2 million.
Y'all, bro, y'all not gonna be able to sign a free agent with that much money.
Yeah, well, Harden's walking. We can.
Yo, if somehow they do a sign and trade with the Rockets and get Jalen Green, that'd be a miracle. I don't know how they would fit.
But he's not. But you're not winning right away with somebody like that. I know. I get that.
So why not get
somebody for Harden?
But I'd much rather y'all shoot for the stars and try and get Dame at least, because at least if that would be the nutty, bro. That would be the craziest small and big duo since Shaq and Kobe. Dame and Joel. Bro, that's two play. That's an average, bare minimum, an average of 60 points a game from two players. You know that for a fact.
We would still have no bench.
That pick and roll.
Where's the bench?
The pick and roll would be retarded.
But where's the bench? Then you have to. Well, in that case, you have to let.
You wouldn't let you could probably give them Tobias. Do y'all have picks? What y'all picks look like? Y'all ain't trade. Y'all got picks, right?
For James Harden, so,
but not a lot though. Y'all still got picks, right? Y'all could give the Blazers a couple picks, Tobias, and I don't know somebody else
for another 30-something-year-old guy.
But for them, that would be good. For them, they need what they need over there. If they're gonna trade Dame away, is somebody that could come in. They don't necessarily need a superstar because they got Anthony Simons over there. He's a dog over there. They could. What they would try to do at that point, right? But that's what I'm saying. They would try to build around. They would try to build around Simons if they got rid of Dame, obviously, which is kind of what they're kind of hinting at doing with that number 3 pick. So if you trade them somebody like Tobias Harris, a veteran that's, sort of proven in the NBA, he's been places, he's won a little bit, not like a championship or anything, but he's won a little bit, he's been in the playoffs a lot. That would give something to them as far as like an NBA, the one thing that the Grizzlies didn't have. An NBA vet who will come in there. Tobias ain't no nonsense. He out partying. You don't never hear Tobias. That nigga be balling. He be in the gym hooping. Man. You know what I'm saying? So and that would show them a lot. They would want that. They would want that for their young team. They don't need him to be, the number one and be the guy taking the most shots or whatever. But they would need that veteran presence.
If you're going to go out for Lillard, that means you have about 1 or 2 seasons to go all out for the championship. What else can you bring into the team?
I would say 3. Because you said Joel about to turn 30, right?
We have no draft picks this year, so that's why we need to trade Joel Embiid and restock, rebuild. It's over.
Yeah.
But I think that you could. I think that you could maybe still. If you, because I don't know. I'm trying to look at y'all bench.
Yes.
When you get to a Harrow walk, he's done. Deadman's gone.
I forgot Montrezl was even on our team.
Yeah.
But Harrow, that nigga trash.
Yeah, he was like 9-10 mil right there.
One of the Milton. What's
Milton, let him go.
Shake Milton, let him go. Shake Milton's ass.
That's what I'm saying. If you could try and maybe finesse Portland, and I'm trying to think of a trade.
It's not. We don't have Lillard unless you have a bench. It's not going to be the same situation with 3 guys that can score and no one.
But it's a lot of. But you can sign bench players to.
We could have done that this year and we didn't.
But we got PJ Tucker though.
Who would outperform multiple players in Game 6 and 7?
Yeah, he had 11 points in the first quarter in Game 7. You're like, oh shit.
I mean, if you look at the teams right now who are in the conference finals, all their benches are producing points. They're healthy.
Yeah, but look at a lot of those bench players. It's not like they're having
besides
to,
Lakers.
It's not like they're having to go. But even with the Lakers, it's not like the Lakers are having to go out and pay a bench player $15 million a year.
Oh no, yeah, they're all.
Y'all don't need to do that. If you say, like you said, if you can, let's just say in the theoretical world, right? Like in a hypothetical whatever, that y'all were able to get Dame, right? And so let's say y'all gave up Tobias, Milton, and like Niang or something like that, right? There's so many free agents out there that are coming this summer, like after the season, like that y'all be able to go trade, like, and then y'all will have a pool of free agents to pick from. Like, what type of team would y'all want to go for as far as y'all bench? What type of bench would you want to have? Would you want to have an offensive spark? Would you want to have a defensive shutdown bench? Would you want to have a bench that's a little bit of both? You know what I'm saying? So, and then from there, y'all be able to pick the litter of what y'all want as far as y'all bench. But getting. Bro, I'm just trying to, like, I'm envisioning the pick and roll with Dame and Embiid, bro. Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Unstoppable.
Well, people thought that about Harden.
Yeah, but Harden's not. Harden's baga.
The fuck
I understand that Harden at his prime was probably one of the best scorers we've ever seen touch a basketball. Dame's still in his prime. He still has years of prime left. The nigga just got done scoring 30 a game.
Yeah, but he's also like, what, 32 now?
Yeah,
But I feel like that shit don't matter no more as much. Like being in your 30s, if you're on that superstar edge of player, you have access.
You're kind of right about that. Like look at Jimmy Butler. Right now.
James
You have access to the right nutrition, the right food, the right, you know.
So you think keeping him is a good idea?
Yes.
I do too.
One of the best things. Look, no, I get that. Look, but right, what is every other big man statistically, right? Or like if we look at the history of the NBA and the big man and how at 30 they decline, what do most big men not do or are not great at? Shooting. That would probably give that right there gives Embiid at least another 2-3 years on his career. Just be even if. Later in his career, he's in his mid-30s, and he's a backup center, where he just comes off the bench, gives you great defense, because he'll always be a great defender, and then gives you, let's say, like, I don't know, 10, 12 points off the bench. He can do that. Where most big men would have to finish their career after their dominance and their athletic peak is over, Embiid will be able to stay in the game longer.
Yeah,
just for that reason alone.
Really
his
good.
Footwork is amazing. He's a great defender. Same thing with AD. Once AD AD is a defender first. So he'll always be able he'll be able to prolong his career off that alone. And he can shoot. You know, that's the age of the big man now. And Embiid was relatively healthy this year. He played almost 70 games.
Yeah, well, I mean, this year he kind of was. I mean,
until playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, he got banged up towards the end.
You wished injury to happen.
You did say that, bro. So that is your fault. Maybe if you didn't wish, maybe if you didn't wish it, it wouldn't happen.
I keep wishing it every
Wish
year.
it into existence, Nick.
You spoke it in existence. It's the same thing.
It literally is the same thing.
Yeah, all right.
But I'm saying that if y'all could keep Embiid, he's the MVP.
Release Nick. Release Nick.
You would say Shaq is the most dominant center of all time, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but maybe besides Wilt.
Yeah, we're not
count.
gonna.
Embiid, Wilt doesn't count. Embiid. At Shaq's prime, Shaq averaged 31 and like 12. Embiid just averaged 33 and 13 for 2 years in a row.
That's why he's going to be on the decline. This is the highest value you would get for Joel Embiid as of right now. Like you said, 3 years later, like he's going to be like what you say?
I didn't say 3 years later.
4 years later.
No. I said in his mid 30s, so that's 35, 36. I think he could play that long if he continues to help. If he continue. Well, I'm not even saying you keep Embiid that long.
You're not going to be MVP again. So this, you
don't know that.
No, Tyler losing the second round. Like, you're not going to do shit. Like, we don't have no picks. Who the fuck are we going to give up for Damian Lillard? You said Tobias, the Niang, and whoever the fuck. You really think the Trailblazers are going to fucking take that? Bum-ass Tobias Harris, bum-ass George Niang, and whoever the hell else you said? Do you really think the Portland Trailblazers are going to do that?
Bum. It's just the contract.
Tobias
it really is the contract. The contract makes him look a lot.
You're not gonna be bothered by that.
Real shit.
But
if Tobias was
averaging 20 a game, like
he's not supposed to. He's the fourth option.
Right.
He's not that good.
But no, he's not that good. He's not that good compared to the contract.
Take out the contract. He's not. He's the mid.
He's good. He's a
above average player.
Thank you, bro. The man averages what, 17, 18 a game?
No, he averaged like 14 this year.
That's the fourth option.
The fourth option.
And James Harden's the one that was holding the ball.
We all know Maxey was the third option. Everybody in their mind. Maxey at times was the second option.
So get rid of them all, bro. Sick of this shit.
All right, so you're just hurt. We understand.
No, I'm not hurt, bro.
You're
You're
very hurt, bro.
Nick,
You're hurt. We're both hurt. I get it. I'm the same way. I'm a Packers fan. If anybody understands right now, it's me. All right? And yet,
They made a year after year after year just to fall short.
It's right here.
right there, Nick, where he pointed. It hurts. So I get
If
it.
the players
But
gonna
you
be
can't
good,
just.
I'm gonna move off of them.
You can't just put, right. And did you not just see what Dame Lillard put out? Somebody was putting out that on Twitter that they like a fan was trying to defend Dame Lillard, was saying like all these other fans on Twitter were saying we should trade the third pick or trade Dame or whatever the case to try to build around the third pick. And the fan was saying like y'all tripping, bro. That's Dame Lillard. That's all we got right now. Dame retweeted it and responded and said, all right, if y'all want to trade me, put the trade in. They ain't ready. They ain't ready to leave. Them niggas, I knew that was going to happen. When they signed that contract, that big ass contract, I said, not only a screw up, I said if Portland don't thank that man for staying there, and they start getting on him, or they start talking about trading him, he gonna run out and he gonna request a trade.
A couple times this year too.
No, that was last year.
That's last year.
That was last year.
They didn't make the playoffs then. They're even playing.
Did the Portland just the whole team?
They won 20 games or something like that. That's why they're the third pick.
Yeah, so they might come off of him just for anything.
That's what I'm saying. And why not try to get a vet who can win?
No, but not for us though. We don't have any actual value to give them. It's a rebuild.
Unless it's Embiid.
They're not going to want that. They're trying to rebuild. Why would you bring in someone the same age?
Yeah.
True.
No, but I'm saying I was saying
it makes more sense.
They're going with Maxey. Or Lillard for sure.
Maxey has your highest value right now if you think about it.
Yeah, I think you're right because Maxey, he's younger than Embiid. He's getting into his prime.
But I don't think
he's finding himself.
I don't think they would want Maxey because they got that number 3
Sixers
pick.
want to keep Maxey.
No, they not only that, but I don't think Portland wants Maxey. I think they're gonna get that that Scoot Henderson boy, and he's a guard.
Scoot.
So why have Anthony Simons, him, and Tyrese Maxey? That makes no sense. So I don't think they would want Maxey.
Full threat.
No.
I mean, that's what we got Harden, Melton, and.
But Melton comes off the bench. Yeah. Which one of them three? Simon's not coming off the bench. He's their new Dame Lillard. And the boy Scoot Henderson not coming off the bench. He's gonna be the number 3 pick.
He would over Maxey.
No, he not. But I don't think they would do that. I don't think they would do that. That number 3 pick gonna play right away. Period. It's a number. Sure. It's not like a number 3 pick in football.
You know
what I'm saying?
We've seen it happen before. They don't.
The only
the quarterback.
The only situation. What I'm saying is the only situation in basketball where like a top 10 pick don't play right away is if they get hurt. That's the or if they're hurt coming into the league, like James Wiseman. Yeah. That's the only time a top 10. Anthony Bennett got playing time for a whole fucking year, for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that pick, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think that if they pick up that number and the ball, Scoot Henderson's a dog, bro. He's built like a linebacker. Dude's like 6'3", 230, bro. Just running around the court dunking on people.
Yeah, I heard he keeps a couple rawhides in his bag just in case.
You know what I'm saying? So like, so like, I don't think that they would draft that number 3 pick to sit him on the bench behind Maxey and Simons. I don't think they would want Maxey in that case. I think they would want a vet to be able to teach him the ways of the league, teach him how to be a consistent vet or a consistent player.
Harris is small forward, power forward, though. He ain't going to give you that same experience.
No, it's being a guard. No, I'm not. Because he's not necessarily there. Tobias ain't going to be there to teach him the game of basketball, help him with his craft or whatever. He's just going to teach him how to be an NBA player.
I feel like if you trade Harris, you're losing that trade no matter what, because they got to play this contract.
They're going to make Sixers pay out that contract.
Well, no, but there's ins and outs. Sometimes if a contract's that high, the team will do like a 60-40 split or like a 70-30 split. So I mean, if you're telling me you wouldn't pay $15 million in dead cap to get Dame Lillard, like just to have him?
I don't think they would even consider that an option.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying if they would consider that an option, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's hard to say. There's so many.
And y'all got picks. And y'all got picks down the line. Y'all could give up. Y'all don't got.
We can't keep giving up picks for 30-something-year-old men, and we're not even making it out of the second round.
No, I hear you. But I mean, I just
at some point we need to hit on.
I hear you. I just feel like shit would be a lot different if y'all had Dame.
We did, Maxey, and we hit multiple times. Look how many. If you look at every other team who drafted who in one season, how many are actually good? You only know everybody on the Sixers because you're a Sixers fan. Mm-hmm. Go tell me who the Jazz drafted in the last couple of years. Right. They got a few good guys.
So besides Donovan Mitchell, was it Gobert and didn't they get Trey Lyles? Didn't they draft Trey Lyles that one year? Like way back.
I think so, a couple years ago, yeah. But I'm just saying I'd rather pay for what I know than to hope a draft pick can come in and spark my team right away. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what they're banking on with the third pick.
Right, but what I'm talking about, because if they do take that kid's, Scoot Henderson with the third pick, their core set. Simons and Scoot. That their core will be set. Then from there, what you do is you would take a couple of them picks and you would try and swap them for stars. You know what I'm saying? To put veteran stars. Not, you don't want to go after a Chris Paul.
I don't think they're doing like that now. I think they're just going to rebuild fully. They got
Nurkic too, who's 8 nice.
They can go in so many different directions at this point, though. They really
the Blazers and the Sixers?
The Sixers. Because it's there's so many questions. You can move the roster so many different ways. Tobias, Maxey, Reed.
So if you had to replace James Harden with another star, who would you want? Who do you think would be the best fit?
Lillard would be nice.
Yeah, I agree.
That would probably be your best fit, you think?
I mean, Lillard's there because he's probably available to be traded for. So that's probably the most realistic spot we can get.
If Portland go do right by him, they're not going to trade him to Orlando or something. They're going to trade him to a team that he wants to go to, that he wants to compete to try to win.
Yeah.
Philly would be one of those teams. And I'm sure as much as Dame loved Portland, for real, and Portland loved Dame, for sure, they would try to make that deal work where everybody can win. They get sort of what they want. Philadelphia gets what they want in Dame. And, everybody wins from that. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe, who knows, a couple years down the line, maybe they see each other.
Maybe it's a 3-team trade.
Maybe it's a 3-team, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you can do that.
It'll be a 3-team at the end of the day.
If
Harris is involved.
Yeah,
or
for
Harden.
Well,
right.
Not even Harden. I think you could do that trade without Harden being involved. I think you can, if it's a 3-team for sure, because then you could pull either draft picks from another team, or you could pull better bench players to give to the Blazers from another team. So I think that could work, but I'm just not. We would have to put that shit in a trade machine. If they had that would be dope as shit.
Like 2K, how they have trade finder.
Yeah, like a trade finder or something to try to find out who that third team would be to make that work. But I think it could work. I think y'all could get, because if they're at the point where they just want to rebuild Portland, they're not going to ask for the boat and the yacht and the private jet for Dame Lillard. They're not going to do all that.
No, but they're going to want value, and us giving them Harris, Niang, and Milton is no value.
Yeah, it's
not to a team that's trying to be young.
Milton and Harris gives them some value in a sense that
rebuild.
Yes, he would. He's an
$39 million away.
No. Right, but first of all, Philly will probably be paying at least half of that, right? If y'all did trade.
Why would you come up with Lillard knowing that Harris is the only value you're getting? Doesn't make sense.
No, but in a 3-team trade, they might get more. That's why when you brought up the 3-team trade, I wasn't even thinking of. I forget that you can have a 3 or 4-team trade. I'd be forgetting about that. So in that case, you probably could make that work where you could give them Harris from y'all. Maybe they get somebody else from another team.
Go somewhere else. That team would probably give Blazers picks, and then we would get Lillard or something.
Okay, yeah, or something like that.
It makes no sense for the Blazers to want anybody above the age of 28.
No, but in a sense that they would be getting the very thing that Memphis didn't get. Let's say
Memphis is a playoff team already.
No, but before they got Ja, they were not a playoff team. They got Ja, boom, they was in the playoffs like that. They didn't have no vet around them being like, yo, don't do this, don't do that. Dylan Brooks, shut the fuck up. Ja, get off IG. They didn't have that. Tobias would at least be that for them. Tobias would be that for that young team.
Tobias is that type of guy, though.
Exactly. That's what I said. You don't ever hear Tobias. Tobias not James Harden. You don't hear that nigga out in the club. But I'm not saying that he don't do it. Because mean, everybody does
Look
it.
at the friendship between him and Boban, dude. They're so
Because they're
wholesome.
goofballs. He's not going to control the locker room. He can't control ours.
Yeah, he's not a control locker room guy, but he's more of like a
Friendly guy.
friend.
I'll take you out to breakfast.
But what I'm
I
saying,
can't get you on my team. He's not going to hang out with John.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying he gonna come in there and just be the leader, like everybody listens to me, everybody did it. But what I'm saying is he could go in there and lead by example. This is God. When the coach talking to his young guys, he could point it to Tobias. That's what it. No, but what I'm saying,
This is how you lose in the second round.
The coaches like Tobias because he listens to the coach.
Not even that. He's an NBA player, bro. He works on. Not saying that he's the best or whatever, but you could tell that man be in the gym all the time. Cause we won't ever hear about him being outside.
He's a coaches like him. He's like I'm saying. He's a yes man. He does what he's told on the team.
He's like the guy on the bench.
But I'm saying,
Coach is right. Coach is right.
But I'm adding to that. What I'm saying is like he's a guy that like when most motherfuckers during the off season are out and they're partying, we see him on IG, on a boat, on a yacht. Tobias in the gym getting better, trying to get better. Not saying that he's getting better, but he's trying to. And I'm saying like that type of like.
I know exactly what you mean.
He's got that work ethic in him.
Yeah, and I think that will pay off for a young team. The Memphis Grizzlies are proof.
They would have done better with him than Dylan Brooks. I can say that.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's what.
Dylan Brooks is trash.
I know Tobias. I know Tobias not the
I heard
type.
Dylan Brooks is taking Chinese classes.
I know.
Yeah, he talking to Dwight Howard though.
He about to go play Taiwan with Dwight.
Dwight cooking over there, bro.
Someone made a joke saying I'm gonna have to go play with Dwight if something happens. I forget who it was. It was some other player. I don't know if it was someone commenting.
I know it's
player. It was like a tweet or something. Like,
Yeah, I forget who it was.
Dwight Howard getting.
But no, like I
Dwight
think
averaging
that.
like 39 and like
I think
20
that
over there.
Tobias will be good. He will be a good role. Like he will be a silent, like a quiet leader. Like, you know how you have a leader where, like, you know, he's rah-rah. That would be, like, I was that type of leader where I was a guy that got the troops together. I would give the pregame speech and all that. And then we had guys on my team, like our shortstop, Brian Nieves, real silent, real quiet, but he was a leader of the team because he played hard, he practiced hard, he was the first on the field, the last off the field, shit like that. That's what Tobias would bring to the team, is that silent leader, the leader that, you know, he'd be goofball with you and everything, but when it's time to go, yo, chill out, yo. Let's go get in the gym. Let's go get up 100 shots. Shit like that, you know. And I feel like a young team like that could really use that. Not saying that he could be the fourth guy as far as like, you know, the pecking order as far as the offense. He could be the fourth guy. That don't matter.
If he's on a Blazers and Lillard's going, he'd be damn near the number one.
He'd probably be the 2 or 3 behind Scoot and Simons. But that's fine. You're not going there asking him to be the number one, the leader, or you're not to be Jimmy Butler. You're not asking him to go there and do that. You're asking him to go there and be Al Horford. You know, a leader, a silent leader.
Almost $40 million.
But again, you only paying half of that if you're Portland. At least half. If you're negotiating for Tobias.
Portland, I'm not paying any of that.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
Portland didn't make that contract. Fucked up.
Right. But y'all can push that.
We're gonna pay Tobias to play against us, and that's what's gonna happen.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Which I'm fine with too.